But why is it that when she does say the things she means and does want to talk to him, he doesn't want to listen to her?
I'm so exhausted. Utterly shattered from yesterday. I tell you, it was a killing. The whole day, from beginning to end, was a nightmare. I mean, I took her to the party. She wanted to go, and then when she got there, she cried, so she didn't want to have a good time. She didn't want to see her friends, anything. I was so embarrassed. I didn't know what to say to the mother.
It's not just selective hearing, it's actually not hearing. So, I think you can switch off when someone starts to move into an area where it's not really your thing.
The way they can just sit and read a newspaper and not notice that the kids have just disappeared up the steps with the babysitter between their teeth.
And then what you make up in your head is that what I said is not important enough, so they obviously don't think that my opinions are important enough because they haven't done it. And so the woman will start fighting at him because, why? Aren't I good enough? Don't you listen to what I say? I. Whereas actually it's just a man, he just hasn't listened.
She's so clingy. And I thought, well, if you could just have a chat with her and just say, look, this is ridiculous. You've got to grow up. You've got to be able to go out on your own for at least a couple of hours, at least to another child's party and have a good time.
Mm. And they just have that mono brain.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And none of it's gone in. You don't know what you've said yes to, and that will come back to haunt you.
You're not listening. You haven't been listening to a damn thing I've been saying all morning, have you?
Yes, I have.
No, you haven't.
I have.
No, you haven't.
I have.
I don't know why I bother.
And if all else fails, a woman has one last hand that she can play.
I think women do turn on waterworks. I certainly have on many occasions, and I don't think they work because I think that men detest any... As my father always said to me, men can't bear the sound or sight of women crying.
Yeah, well, men are obsessed with not crying in a way. They think it's a sign of weakness.
Dab a bit, each eyeball, and then yawn, and they turn around, you've got tears streaming down. Either that or half an onion in your pocket, but sometimes you can give the game away.
I'll cry absolutely anything.
I cry in films. All the time I cry in films. I'm a sucker for the director just sort of bringing in a bit of music and having somebody walk out and go, and I'm gone. I'm just like, and I'm fighting it back all the time and trying to get the tear there welling up, and I'm trying to, and get back. I don't want a tear rolling down my cheek.
I remember, it's actually, this is true, it wasn't till I was in my mid-20s and I had a boyfriend who burst into tears, and I was really surprised. I had never, perhaps I'd led a very strange existence, or perhaps I'd led a very rigid existence, I don't know. I'd never seen a man cry until then, and I was utterly surprised.
Oh, I cry all the time about all sorts of things, and I spent most of my time talking in baby language and simpering and basically acting like a 5-year-old with my wife, who tolerates all this. But when I talk to my best male friend, I'm like, oh, hello, how are you? And it's all very brave, and things are moving forward, and everything's great. And I long to get back to the company of women where I can simper and weep.
More specific?
Everything's going wrong.
Oh, look.
Men can just say and do things that are just appear to be brutal and can make a woman cry. And a man's just totally oblivious to it. Just doesn't know. Wants to be able to... I often think sometimes it would be fun that, when these things happen, that there's a male jury that you can turn to and just go, guys, what did I do there? And they'd all go, not guilty, and then turn to a female jury and they'd say, give him 8 years. He's a complete bastard.